What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Darku, and today we're going to be showing you all of the particle effects you can obtain in PokeMMO. Just a quick explanation then if you don't know what particles are. Obviously, if you find a shiny Pokemon like so in the wild, it'll have the little tag next to it saying shiny, and it will actually have the shiny particle effect, which we all know and love from the original games. So PokeMMO obviously incorporated this into the game and made their own particle effects, and as you can see we've got a couple here. And as I said, I will be showing you all of the particle effects in PokeMMO, as I was actually sent a Pokemon from a friend with all the particle effects on it, so I could show you guys from both perspectives, both when you're fighting with it and fighting against the particles. So before we start, I just want to quickly give some credits to ZacK for pinging me in the first place to said question. I want to thank NoGame for the original question of itself about doing a video like this. I also want to thank Itamion as well, who is my little brother. He helped a lot with this video. And a special shout out to my friend Sycli, who translated all the particle effects for me from English to Spanish, as I'm very much aware there is a big Spanish community in PokeMMO and I didn't want to leave you guys out. So now I'm going to show you the particles one by one, obviously what they look like on the enemy and what they look like on your side as well. I will also tell you how you can or could have obtained them, and I will also give you the price on the GTL currently. Obviously this may change in the future. And obviously every single particle and everything in this video will be timestamped in the description below if you need a certain one to look at. So first off then we have the normal shiny and the secret shiny particle effects. Just in case you are unaware what a secret shiny is, it is in fact, when you find a shiny in the wild, it also has an extra 1 in 16 chance to be a secret shiny Pokemon. A quick explanation as well, you can actually breed the secret shiny particle in a normal shiny Pokemon as well if you breed them together. But the only way to obtain this obviously is by finding or hatching a shiny Pokemon. So for our first particle effect then, that isn't including the shiny, is the Hitodama particle effect. This was actually exclusive to Halloween in 2018, and you can no longer get it, but it sells for 3.2 million on the GTL as of the making of this video. Next up then is the Bats particle effect. This was also a seasonal Halloween item first seen in October 2018, and it can no longer be obtained, and it sells for 1.2 mil on the GTL. Next up is the Ghosts particle effect. This was also exclusive to Halloween in 2018, and this actually sells for 3.2 mil on the GTL. Next up is the Eye particle effect, and guess what? This was also exclusive to Halloween in 2018, and this sells for 2.9 mil on the GTL. Next up is the Pumpkin's Delight particle effect. This was a seasonal Halloween item, however not exclusive to a certain year, and may also come back. I don't actually know, but I do know it sells on the GTL for 220k only. Next up is the Rising Star particle effect, a seasonal Christmas item first seen December 2018, and this actually sells for 1 mil on the GTL. Next up is the Snowflake particle effect. This was exclusive to Christmas in 2018 and sells for 1.8 mil on the GTL. Next up is the Present particle effect, and this was also exclusive to Christmas in 2018, but this only sells for 650k. Next up is the Paper Lantern particle effect. This was exclusive to the Lunar New Year in 2019, and this actually sells for 5 mil on the GTL. Next up is the Fireworks particle effect. This is a seasonal Lunar New Year item, first seen in February 2019, and this is only worth 500k on the GTL. Next up is the Pungent Stench particle effect. This was exclusive to Halloween in 2019 and actually sells for 1 mil on the GTL. Next up is the Black Hole particle effect. Now this actually sells for only 500k on the GTL because you can get this from the in-game shop for 200 RP. However, just so you're aware, 100 RP can usually go for about 250k on the market, so make sure you're not getting scammed by buying the Black Hole instead of RP, or if RP is more than the Black Hole, you know, buy one or the other. Make sure you look into it before you get them. Next up is the Witch's Haze particle effect. This was exclusive to Halloween in 2019 and actually sells for 700k on the GTL. Next up is the Pumpkid's Treat particle effect. This was exclusive to Halloween in 2019 and it was a boss reward for defeating the Pumpking. There is none of these on the GTL. Next up is the Witch's Cat particle effect. This was a seasonal Halloween item, first seen in October 2020, and you can actually get this off of the GTL for 980k. Next up is the Pumpcat particle effect, exclusive to Halloween in 2020, and this is a boss reward for defeating the Pumpkin as well. There is none of these on the GTL. Next up is the White Kitty, which is actually part of the shop again. People are selling these for 600k plus on the GTL. However, like I said previously, make sure you're not getting scammed out of it because it is not worth over 500k, as it costs 200 RP in the shop, and obviously 100 RP on the GTL is around 250k. So alternatively, you could just buy 200 RP off the market for 500k and get this particle. Don't pay more than you have to. Next up is the Spinning Scythe particle effect. This was exclusive to Halloween in 2020 and only sells for 300k on the GTL, and unfortunately during the making of this video it is currently bugged and it floats in mid-air. Next up is the Spider's Web particle effect. This was exclusive to Halloween in 2020 as well, and this goes for 300k currently on the GTL. Next up is the Zombie Grip Particle Effect. This was exclusive to Halloween in 2020 as well, also 300k on the GTL. Next up is the Zodiac Particle Effect. This was exclusive to Lunar New Year in 2021 and actually sells for 600k plus on the GTL. Next up is the Eerie Howl Particle Effect. This was exclusive to Halloween in 2021 and actually sells for 600k plus on the GTL. Next up is the Graveyard Particle Effect. This was exclusive to Halloween in 2021 as well, and only sells for 300k. However, in my opinion, is one of my favourite particles. Next up is the King's Fall Particle Effect. This was exclusive to Halloween in 2021, and unfortunately there is none on the GTL. Next up is the Red Dragon Particle Effect. Now this is actually stamped with limited, so this will never come back. It was released in February 2022 and honestly is my favourite particle effect of them all, but it goes for 2.1 million currently on the GTL. Next up is the Anniversary Cake Particle Effect. It is a seasonal anniversary item. This could come back every anniversary event, etc. This only goes for 70k on the GTL and is currently bugged at the moment. It's another floating particle effect. Next up is the Kanto Friends Particle Effect. This was exclusive to PokeMMO's 10th anniversary 2022 and was also a boss reward. You cannot buy these, there are none on the GTL. Next up is the Shiny Kanto Friends Particle Effect. This is exclusive to PokeMMO's 10th anniversary in 2022, an ultra rare event item, just like the Kanto Friends, but this is a shiny one, and these are actually tradable and they sell for 2 million on the GTL. Next up is the Menacing Spirit Particle Effect. This was exclusive to Halloween in 2022. This was a boss reward for defeating the Pumpkin. These also do not sell. They were exclusive obviously for beating the boss. There are none on the GTL. Next up is the Shiny Menacing Spirit Particle Effect, which is exclusive to Halloween in 2022 as well, and just like the other one it's the shiny, but this one was actually tradable and goes for currently 700k plus on the GTL. Next up is the Christmas Decorations Particle Effect, exclusive to Christmas in 2022. This is actually tradable and goes for 1 mil on the GTL. Last but not least then of all the particles, Spirit of Spring Particle Effect. This was a seasonal Lunar New Year item, first seen in January 2023. This actually sells for 1 million on the GTL. So there we go, ladies and gents, those are all the particle effects currently in PokeMMO. If more particle effects like these come out in future, be sure to keep an eye on my channel as I will make videos on them. Now we're just going to go over some extras about particle effects that I think are worth mentioning. For example, as I mentioned before, we have a normal shiny here. I say that as if it's easy to get a shiny. It really is not easy to get a shiny, but if you wanted the secret shiny particle effect, I could breed Tiffany here with a male egg group shiny who has the secret shiny particle effect. This would actually breed down into the egg and the egg would be a secret shiny. So just to clarify once again, I would breed Tiffany, who is a normal shiny, with a male field egg group shiny, who is a secret shiny, and that makes the egg a secret shiny Pokemon. Albeit expensive, it can be done. Not only that, but it's not all about the secret shiny particle. Obviously, if you want to try and get the particle effects on other Pokemon, you can also do that as well. For example, on Tiffany you can see that we've got the Kanto Friends particle, however that was exclusive to that 1 year and you can no longer get it. So if you wanted this particle in the next egg, for example, we would breed that over. One of the most prime examples I can show you, if we open up the GTL, which is the global trade link if you didn't know, and we type in Ditto, and we go to the advanced search, and we look for these particle option, we're just going to type in all, and we're going to search that way, and obviously you can see all the Dittos will go by price. You'll see that this Ditto here has the Kanto Friends particle, so if we were to breed this Ditto with a normal Pokemon, the egg would actually come out with this particle as well. So a lot of people do this if they're planning to make like a 5x31 with nature Pokemon, like super bred Pokemon, they will also do this first so they get all the particles along the way. Obviously it doesn't have to be a Ditto, it could be the male or the female of the egg group, etc. Ditto is just a prime example. A lot of people usually put these exclusive particle effects on Dittos and then put them on the GTL. Something else worth mentioning as well, if particle effects actually annoy you, what you can do is bring up your Pokemon like so, go to your particle effects page and just click again on the particle and you'll notice the particle effect goes away. So next time I send out Tiffany, she will actually have no particle effects, if it bothers you that is. Personally, the Red Dragon is my absolute favourite, so I'm going to leave that one on. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen, there's all the particle effects currently in PokeMMO. I've shown you what they look like, how much they go for, how you can breed and search for them, and I'll be sure to make new videos when new particles are released, like next Halloween or next anniversary event. So if you haven't already, please hit that like button, please subscribe so you don't miss out on the next videos. So before we end, I just want to quickly give credits again to ZacK, NoGame, Itamion, Sycli, and even my friend Kelsey as well for helping me put this guide together. I hope you've enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe and all that business, and I'll see you guys on another video. See ya!